Hi, and welcome to a new PyVision troubleshooting video. In this video, we'll be going over a common problem where PyVision is showing three errors that can be linked to the same problem. The errors are point created, no data for calculation, and no data. For my example, I am using point created. As you can see, the data is coming from an analysis output, and the input for that analysis comes from an attribute in the same database. So now I will open PySystem Explorer. I will connect to the test database and look at the attributes. As you can see, the analysis tag and the input tag are showing values. Now, if we look at the input attribute, it is actually a PyPoint data reference. So let's bring that PyPoint onto the display. As you can see, it is also saying point created. So we have confirmed that data is in AF. Now let's open PySystem Management Tools and check the primary. We search for the testing tag, and as you can see, it has values. So we have now confirmed that the data archive and asset framework have data, but PyVision still says no data. So the analysis is writing to the primary server. However, our setup, we have a PyCollective. Now, if your data is being written by an interface, you will have to go to that interface machine and check that buffering is enabled to send data to all collective members. In this example, data is coming from an analysis. We must log on to that server where the analysis service is installed and check that buffering is working there. Now we will open PySystem Explorer and check the buffer. Go to Tools and then Buffering Manager. As you can see, there is a yellow warning message and we see events stuck in the queue. We will now expand the warning and expand the collective. And as you can see, the primary server is green ticked and there are no events being queued here. But if we go to the secondary that has the warning, we see that events are stuck in the queue and the warning message we get is not connected to the server. Now let's see if data matches between the primary and secondary server. Again, we open SMT, but this time we connect to the secondary Pi server and search for that tag. As you can see, there is no data here. However, the primary still has the data. Now we have just found the problem. Data exists only on the primary as buffering is broken. PyVision is looking at the secondary server for data that doesn't exist. We would have to fix the buffering problem, which we won't go into in this video, but as for a workaround, we will point PyVision to look at the primary Pi server for data. On the PyVision server, you will have to open PySystem Explorer, go to Tools, Options, Server Options, and change the connection preference to prefer primary. You may see that this setting is already preferred primary, but PyVision is seeing the results from the secondary. This is typically due to the primary being temporarily unavailable upon initial connection from the PyVision, resulting in it connecting to the secondary. However, the connection is not re-established with the primary until the periodic recycling of the application pools, which by default is every 29 hours. There is also another way that will guarantee that no connection is made to the secondary. This is by setting the connection priority in PSE to -1. After making the changes, open IIS and perform a application pool recycle. Once that's done, restart the browser. So now, what we have learnt from this video is, where does the data come from? Confirm the data flow. Is it being sent correctly? For example, is it being buffered? And PyVision has the ability to look at a preferred server, and it may not be looking at the one with the data.